Course of Life podcast live from the PGA Professional Championship, back at a very familiar site that I'm very glad to be back at, and back with a familiar face as well, too. It's Derek Gutierrez joining us on the Course of Life. How are you, Derek?
Good to have you back. You're just here last summer, right?
I know, right? Yeah, so it was last August that we were here. We did a really awesome trip where we highlighted everything that this property and the two courses that we're going to be seeing had to offer. And we were teasing this moment when we talked last summer about the things that were upcoming, not only the Women's Cup, which already took place, but this event as well. So how has the whirlwind been the last 8 months?
You know, it feels like you were just here a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
right?
I know,
and
right?
we were building up to those two major events in the fall, the PGA Senior Professional Championship, and then, of course, the international event, the PGA Women's Cup. And so those came and went so fast. And then, you know, we head into winter and all of a sudden here we are. Here it is April, May, and we've got the PGA Professional Championship, which is an incredible event. You know, the top 312 PGA women and men PGA members from all over the country representing our 41 sections. And so just an exciting time to have them here. This is the best talent. As you know, the top 20 will become the Core Bridge team of 20, top 20 that will go on to play in the PGA Championship.
Heard of it.
Rochester at Oak Hill. You've heard of that event, right? In just a few weeks. And so pretty cool to see that some of these members will go on and represent us in one of the four majors.
This has been a really cool run for the club. And I saw the special where you were profiled on the Golf Channel regarding the Women's Cup. And you guys have already seen adversity when hosting tournaments as well. Wow. Tell everyone the weather and the wildness of that week and how you guys got everything done.
So, you know, you were here in a nice time of year, right? August,
yes.
But it's still pretty warm, no humidity. But, you know, as I promote our facilities, October, latter half of September, all of October is the time I tell people to come. Everything's lush. The trees are turning gold, and it's just a wonderful time of year to come out and visit. That said, over some of those days of competition, we had winter come out of nowhere, and we had extreme, you know, precipitation and high winds and hail and snow, and people are like, "Where are we at here?" I'm like, "Well,
the full New Mexico experience."
And then of course you have to give them, "Well, this is rare. This never happens, right?" So, but nonetheless, they had mostly good weather. But I think the one day created some, I think you said adversity and created some challenging conditions. And I thought presented a pretty good test of golf.
No, it was very cool to see and documented on the Golf Channel as well. And see your face promoting the event was really neat. So now we're turning the corner here to an event that I have seen on the Golf Channel and followed for years and decades because of its uniqueness and what it presents. First off, this opportunity. There's no opportunity in the world like this where there are 20 spots in a major championship on the line. Talk about the gravity of the event this week and hosting.
So, you know, so for hosting, I think that our team, you know, we have 9 PGA members at our two facilities. And so as part of the association, we're very aware of what's next for these professionals to have an opportunity at your doorstep or your feet to play one of the four majors. How often does that come along? Right. And so there's some extreme pressure on all 312 participants. And I think while hoisting that trophy and being the medalist, the champion for the year is extremely important and just life-changing, being able to play in that major is going to be equally life-changing. And so I think we all understand it. And every player here, of course, understands it. So, yeah, it's great. And this was actually in your state last year over at Omni Barton Creek.
It was at a very cool course in Barton Creek. And now it's here at another course I'm very familiar with.
That's right.
So let's talk about the actual club pros and the process for getting into this tournament. You know, there's club pros all over the world, and there's probably people who work at golf courses all over the world who want to be a club pro and maybe one day aspire to be in this event. What's the process for qualifying and getting to where these players are now?
So number one, you have to be a Class A PGA member to play in the qualifiers at the section level. We could get into a whole nother deal. The pipeline to become a PGA member is incredible. This is and I'm going to go off subject a little bit. To be a PGA member, you never work a day in your life. Whatever career path you choose, right? It's an awesome way to go. But back to get here, each of the 41 sections has a section championship, and the more players in that event, the more spots you get. Okay. So some of the bigger sections have more spots, unlike Sun Country where we may have had 3 spots to get in. So nonetheless, you have to go that route section level, and then you're into this one. So it's one major event in your section to get to here.
Very cool. Are we seeing both courses on highlight today this week in the event? Correct?
Great question. Yeah. So
how's it working logistically for the players in 72 holes?
So 4 rounds start on Sunday through Wednesday. We'll have tape delay coverage on Sunday, then live coverage Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on Golf Channel. We're very excited to show our facilities here on that. Of course, Santa Ana Star Casino Hotel, Santa Ana Golf Club, Twin Warriors Golf Club. You're in the Hyatt Regency Tamaya Resort and Spa right now. Tamaya Ventures on the corner. All of our outlets excited to host. Yeah. But I think the first 2 days, so all 4 days at Twin Warriors, first 2 days at Santa Ana. So each player will play one round at Santa Ana Golf Club.
Okay, so you're going to get a mix. Nice.
312 players, and we'll cut to 90 in ties. And then after that day, going into the final round, we'll cut to 75 in ties. And so both facilities used for the week.
Very cool. Let's talk about how this course presents and whatnot for our players. When I went out and got there, there's a lot of target golf and shot-to-shot opportunity, lots of important landing zones and vision lines.
Yeah.
For anyone who's looking to come out here and have this similar golf experience on the heels of seeing the tournament,
right.
What can you tell them about the tests with both courses?
So we've had professionals. The practice rounds officially started this week. Wednesday through Saturday, and then the tournament starts Sunday. But we've had players come in and out since last year, just trying to, that could sneak away from work for a few days and
I like
get
it.
An advanced side
the scouting mission, just like the best in the world.
Right. Yeah. So while we talk about Santa Ana, when they ask, I say Santa Ana's defense is its greens. They're shorter in length, but the greens have a ton more undulation. And when they get a little dry and the wind picks up, they can be hard to keep a ball on the green. So, but you come here and you played it, and the teeth here, it's length. It's a long golf course. And I said it in an article in PGA Magazine. Sometimes you can play 18 holes and I'm like, why is the wind in my face on every hole? It just feels that way. And then you add the length. So, I think it's key to, you talked about sight lines and to know those and know your distances. Sometimes it's hit it to 150 and then go from there. Cause 150 is my number, right? And so you want to play to that strength, but you definitely want to keep it out of the rough's not too tall this year, cause we're just coming out of winter. But I can tell you want to keep it out of that native terrain because you hit it out there, you hope to find it. And if you do find it, sometimes it's unplayable. So got to keep it in the green stuff and hope for the best.
Love it. Awesome. Again, it's Derek Gutierrez here, repping the PGA District 12. He heads it up and he's running the show here and everything going on with Hyatt Regency and the 2 golf courses. It's great being back here for the event. Let's do a quick little fun this or that for you. Just gauge you going into the week here. Some real quick questions.
Okay.
This week, would we rather see a hole-in-one or an albatross out there in tournament play? What would be more fun for you?
Well, albatrosses are pretty rare and cool. The Aces always makes the highlight reels. You want the da-da-da, da-da-da.
That's right.
You got it. That's your opportunity.
Could get a top 10 play this week.
Oh, for the Ace, especially in a championship.
And this is an interesting one because I've played here at all parts of the day. I'm going to ask you personally, sunrise or sunset golf? What do you like in these days more?
I'm a morning person. I'm up at 4:30 every morning, and to be a dew sweeper out there at 7 a.m. is and here at Twin Warriors, nothing like it here on the Pueblo Santa Ana. The cultural sites, the just the nature of the location is unbelievable. So sunrise at Twin Warriors every time.
Nice. And then the other funny golf question we've been asking a lot recently, which has caused a lot of debate, is if you're going to play 18 holes, are you righty or lefty?
I'm right-handed, yeah.
All right. Would you play 18 holes? How would you score lower? Playing all 18 holes lefty or all 18 holes righty, but with one hand?
18 holes righty.
18 holes righty with one hand?
Yep.
Okay. You answered that quickly. I like the confidence there. I like that.
Yeah, 18 holes righty for sure.
Nice. And 19th hole question, hot dog or protein bar at the turn these days?
Hot dog with
what's on it?
Hatch green chili, grilled onions, and a little bit of mustard, spicy mustard if they have it.
Thank you for shouting out the green chili. I'm going to get some of that this weekend.
Yep.
Looking forward to the rest of my stay. Again, it's Derek Gutierrez back on the course of life, and best of luck with everything this week and moving forward for the property.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting us, and I love the podcast. I love everything you're doing. You guys are killing it.
Thank you, man. Love having you on.
Awesome. Thanks.